So in the state of California, we already have a ton of BS laws, but one of the things that California loves is equality. So basically, we're now getting closer, one day closer to all gendered prisons. Now you don't believe me? Well, they've recently allowed transgender men to be allowed into transgender men who identify as a woman. Transgender females. Is that that's the proper term? They're now allowed to be in women's facilities in the state of California. And this just in. Now we have one officially confirmed report of a woman being pregnant, and there's possibly more. They're now giving out condoms and birth control at these female prisons because now they're now housing biological males in female prisons.
I'm going to just read off this article from Law Enforcement Today. So, according to reports, at least one female prison inmate at the Central California Women's Facility has turned up pregnant since the state passed legislation allowing biological men to be housed in biological women's prison facilities. Now it goes on and says the group Women's Liberation Front, or WOLF, took to Twitter on July 26th, sharing the news that they've confirmed at least one woman becoming pregnant inside of the CCWF. Now this article even says, and the quote from them is, "We have now heard from 7 different people inside CCWF that at least one woman, possibly more, is now pregnant after being housed with a male felon who transferred to the women's prison under SB 132.
And supposedly it is a sexual abuse case. This article that
recently issued a report about a female inmate who was incarcerated in the state of California in the prison system out there who became pregnant. Now, this female inmate became pregnant after she was forced to share a cell with a biological male inmate who identifies as female. That's right. So a transgender inmate, a man who was in the male prison.
Okay, now this right here is over the fucking top, ridiculous, and a damn shame. Not only they started letting transgender men box in weightlifting with women. Now it was bad enough that one of them had several women had got a concussion when they was fighting a transgender man. At a library, they allowed a transgender male talk to students, kids, at this library. And I need to find that article, but allegedly they say that he had sexual assault charges on him and he went to jail. Now, with that being said, now here this is. This was posted on August 11, 2021. Okay, first of all, I don't know why they even changed that word, male, transgender, or whatever. I don't care. If they still got something between the legs, no. Now, one or more women are pregnant in a jail. Now, I don't think no one can even think of a law like that. Even think of something like that. Whatever happened. We wouldn't have thought of that in a million years, but here we are with some bullshit like this going on. And I don't think you can call them transgenders if they still got their junk. If they still got the part that says they are men. So how in the hell would they allow a male to go into a women's jail? And now they might be getting condoms and birth control? What the fuck? What the fuck is going on in this world where that type of shit will fucking happen? That's just like when they said in California pushed that law that a 14-year-old can have sex with a 25-year-old, and that person wouldn't go to jail. I don't remember was fucking protesting that and stuff like that when they passed that law. Now is this. Every time you turn around, it's something else. Fucking Lil Nas X, his nasty ass, taking a video with a shower with a bunch of naked ass men. What the fuck? That shit. And then he go on fucking Sesame Street. Go on Sesame Street. And we gotta deal with that too? Man, what the fuck? This shit can't be made up. This is just fucking crazy as shit.
System
don't make no goddamn
requested
sense.
or said changed his identity. Suddenly he became a woman. Was transferred to the female prison. Was the cellmate of this woman, and this woman inmate is now pregnant as a result of this. And by the way, in prison, just for everyone's information, there's no such thing as consensual sex in prison. Every sexual activity is considered non-consensual in prison. So this is what the Women's Liberation Front actually reported about the incident. They said, we've now heard from 7 different people inside the prison that at least one woman, possibly more, is now pregnant after being housed with a male felon who was transferred to the women's prison under SB 132. So SB 132 is the law that passed in California last year that allows men who identify as women to be housed in a prison in accordance with their so-called gender identity. 300 males, or by the way, this law went into effect just this past January. 300 males since then in the California prison system have requested transfer, and 20 males have been processed thus far. That means 20 males are now on the loose in women's prisons. 20 males who, clearly some of which have male anatomy, working anatomy, and just say they identify as women. So this is a key thing, too. This is identity only. So this law does not require surgery. It does not require a diagnosis of gender dysphoria. It is based solely on the inmate saying, hey, now I'm a woman. I want to go live with the women. That's literally all it takes. And these men will be transferred to female prisons. The state of California and the California state legislature who passed this bill, they might be idiots, but they're not stupid. They know the consequences of this behavior. And you know how I know that they know the consequences even though they're such morons? Because the California prison system has been handing out condoms and Plan B contraceptives to female inmates in these prisons. What does that tell you? It tells you that these women know they expect to be raped. The prisons expect them to be raped. Remember, it doesn't matter the situation. All sex in prison is considered under the law to be non-consensual. But this is the reality of what happens when the left tries to destroy objective reality. People get hurt. This is not a language game. This is not a rhetorical trick. This is not respecting how their lived experience and how they're feeling. There are women in prison who have no recourse for themselves. They have no right to get a firearm. They can't move away. They can't even run away. They are in prison, in a cell, locked up with men who could have been convicted of domestic violence. These men could have been convicted of rape, for all we know. They have no way to escape and are going to be subject to the most heinous crime I can think of. There's one inmate, by the way, at this prison. Her name is Amber Jackson, and she was talking about this to the Santa Monica Observer, and this is what she said. She's like, call yourself a woman all you want, but when you have a man with a penis that works as if it was designed to do, that is a problem in a women's prison group shower room. That's a problem. She's right. It's more than a problem. This is a violation of these women. It's a violation of these women's fundamental rights. Again, these women have no recourse. They're at the mercy of the state who's endangering them, and their rights and their bodies are being violated. I would sue the state of California over this if I were these women in these women's prisons, and I will use my voice to speak out on their behalf because this is absolutely egregious.
Well, I'm guessing she said enough for people to understand. I mean, did that law need to be changed? That law need to be changed as soon as possible. Because That don't make any fucking sense. If they don't need to have surgery, they can just say that they is a woman now, they transgender, and that just flies like that. That's a crack of bullshit. How the hell they gonna allow that shit to go on? Why would they allow that shit to go on? It doesn't make any motherfucking sense. And then when they have them, what are they gonna do? They either gonna take the babies from them, and then what? That'd be one more child in the damn system. So what would be the point of that? Over 20? What the fuck is going on? It don't make any sense. When you tell me these other people in office and all this shit, they're gonna allow that shit. The LBTEL fuck whatever goddamn community, y'all need to fucking stop doing the stupid ass shit that you do. You see, the thing about it is you're trying to make it like someone don't like gays or whatever. Well, people really don't care what kind of goddamn gender you are. A lot of people don't. It's just what you're forcing in people's faces. What you forcing in people's faces. What you demanding. Taking the fucking woman off of fucking a leave. Fucking what in the hell? Now, if it was a woman that went in that library and did a script tease like that, she would have got arrested for disexposure. For being naked. I don't care if the fucking person was pretending he was going to take off his clothes or not. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable, and it should not be accepted. And that's some bullshit. And anyone that fucking going to change gender or whatever, they should not be able to change their gender at birth. No. I know several people that are gay, lesbians, and guess what? They are not out there going on, well, LGBT community. No, they're not. Because they want to be treated like a regular human being. They want to be treated with respect and stuff like that. Of just doing a job, going to work, or whatever they do, and not be bothered. Not be taunted at it or anything. And so what they're doing, they're making it worse on people that choose a different lifestyle. I don't care. I feel that people that want to go that way, that's them. They can do that. They're grown. But anyone that's underage, like 9, 10, no. They should not be getting no surgeries or anything like that. Because if you think about it, do you know it's a lot of males that was getting injections and implants that they got sick or cancer and some other things. It's not meant for you to do that type of stuff to your body. I mean, it's the same thing with women that have breast implants, butt injections. It's killing regular women. Do y'all transgender people really want to go that way and mess your body up where you're going to end up dead or catch cancer? I mean, it was this guy. He was on Instagram. Now, he was a gay guy. He's gay. You want to know what he said? He said that he is disgusted by what the LGBT community is doing. He is disgusted about how they're pushing this stuff into elementary schools and middle schools. He is disgusted about that. And he's gay. He said it. He said, I'm gay. And I believe that. No, he's like, I don't want the stuff inside of schools. The kids should choose to do what they're going to do when they get older. They shouldn't be pushing that down your throat. And that was from a gay guy. And I know for a fact that half of the gay people do not like Lil Nas X. They don't like the shit he does. They don't like none of that shit. So if half of the gay people, transgender, gay, lesbian, or whatever other extra letters, if some of them don't even like that, what did that say? Y'all want something? How about this? So they're taking them and putting them in. If there won't be a transgender men or whatever, transgender woman, build a jail for the transgender woman. Y'all LBT community, fucking build a damn jail for transgender males that want to turn to women. Build a jail for lesbians, and then build and just have the rest of the jails for regular people, for straight women and straight guys. If you do that, a lot better things will be better. Over 20 fucking males put into a woman's jail? And what if they are sex offenders? What if some of them are rape little kids and rape adults, women, and they just go in there and say that, and they just allow to go? You see, what y'all don't get is the LGBT community. They're making all this fuss about these things, and these transgenders or whatever, I don't believe that shit. But the ones are not trying to actually do that. They sitting there posing like they're a transgender so they can go into bathrooms and kidnap kids and molest kids. Because, I guess because they felt they can just do it. Now, it's like, for instance, I went to Walmart. I had to go to the bathroom. I think I had my daughter with me. My two daughters with me. And I had to go to the bathroom. I had to take them to the bathroom because they had to pee. So I took them to the bathroom, and I thought it was a woman, but it wasn't a woman. He had a wig on, but he had a full fucking beard. And he was like just standing there kind of pacing, and I'm like, just staring at his ass. And this woman, she let her little girl go in the bathroom by herself. And she was standing on the outside. I'm like, so I stood in there until he left out the bathroom. And I told the security guard. But the security guard didn't do nothing. Because by the time he fucking decided he wanted to come, the guy had already left out the bathroom. But I didn't see him leave out of the area that the bathroom was in. So he must have left out the female's bathrooms and ran into the male bathroom. Because he seen me staring at him. And I just looked at that lady. I'm like, you should not let your kids go in the bathroom by themselves. She's only 5. So you should not let your daughter go in there by herself. Did you just see that person just left out of here with the wig? And she told me he went into the man bathroom. I said, yeah, maybe you want to start going in there with your daughter until she get older. And not just let her go in there by herself. Because you want her to be a big girl. No. Well, I think this is enough on this subject because it's just fucking bizarre, crazy, and just goddamn insane. Anyone that passed that law, you know what? They insane. They need to be put back. They need to take them off whatever board to make any decisions for the world, and they need to take them and put them in a goddamn asylum, or you need to take and put them in a fucking, make them stay in 90 days and get them thoroughly checked out and make sure that they right in their fucking head. Maybe they're smoking too much crack or sniffing too much coke or something. Because I don't mean, or some myth or speed or some shit. They own fucking something. Because that does not make any fucking sense. Mel, they had passed a fucking law. Oh my god. This fucking shit is crazy. It don't make no fucking sense. It don't make no goddamn sense at all. What the fuck is the world coming to? With these stupid, these idiotic motherfuckers. I don't know. What is a test? Oh, well, I'm gonna let some males go into a women's facility and we're gonna see what happens. Wow, really? You can just see what happens? What happens? Oh, it shouldn't be nothing wrong because they're transgender. Well, obviously they're not transgender if they actually having sex with a woman and they were supposed to be turning into a woman because they want men. So why would they fuck a woman? You see what I'm saying? They probably were fucking confused as a child, or they just planned it out because they actually wanted to go into female jail. So the time they have in jail, they can still have sex with women. This shit is just crazy. I'm done with this subject. Y'all have a nice one. I hope you enjoyed the video. But it's bizarre to me and it don't make any fucking sense. The bullshit is going on.